Welcome to the Tony Gomez Show. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Tonight, I have got from Brooklyn, New York. Hell fucking yeah. I have got one of the last in the studio tonight. Top right, say hello to Parker Ellis. And bottom center, we have got Dan Tao. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, you got it perfect.
All right, killer. Guys, thank you for joining me on the show tonight. I've been able to hook up with John O'Connor. What does John play?
He's a singer.
He's a singer. Okay, killer. All right. John reached out to me, man, and he turned me on to the fact that you guys got this new single coming out called Seeds of Time, and it's coming out with the video. That's going to be this Friday. Let me have a little sample of the song too, and it fucking rocks, dude. You guys got a great fucking sound going on, man. That you guys doing a little research on you. It sounds like you were going for a hybrid metal, right?
Yeah.
I love it, man. I really dig it. I dig where it's coming from, and I love the different genres and the styles that you blend in with your music. And so, I went through down to the catalog and really got to enjoy a lot of the other songs that you guys have put out over the past few years. So really excited to talk to you guys tonight because you guys got a great band going on. And
Thank you.
Starting off, let me tell you, or let me ask you from the beginning, how did you guys come together and form as a band? Whichever one, whether you want to start at Parker or Dan.
Yeah, so originally me and our other guitarist Mario formed this band. It was sort of like the remnants from our last band. Me, him, and our original bass player. And then after that, we linked up with John, and then he brought Dan in. And yeah, that's how we all met each other. So I've been working with Mario for quite a long time.
What was the band that you guys had before this started coming together?
It was this band, Unholy Dispute. Just a bunch of dudes from Brooklyn, a bunch of us from Brooklyn started off. It was my first band, so yeah.
Very cool. So was that Mario's first band too?
No, it wasn't his first band. I think he was the one before. Yeah, I was pretty young when we first did that. It was a learning experience.
Yeah, you grew together as musicians together, man. That's badass. Great, man.
Exactly. So when we started this band, it was easy to get started and everything, and made everything a lot easier.
Has it been the same lineup since you guys started out several years back?
Nope.
No. Yeah,
we had changed since then.
We had a drummer actually for a different drummer that we had for a couple of years. That he left. He moved out of the city. So that's that, and then John brought Dan into the band.
That could be really hard, dude, especially with your drummer. And I know where you're coming from because I've got a band. My original band here is called War Cult, and my drummer, his name's Eric Maiden. He just got a job in San Antonio, and I'm here in Corpus Christi, but he got a job in San Antonio as a postman, and I can't be happier for him because I love having a good security job like that. But I miss my drummer. You got to have him in your town, man. So it's a ball buster. So I can understand how distance can be such a struggle in a band, big time.
Yeah, especially that big of a distance.
Right? Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean. But, I've told other guys in my bands before, when we have obstacles that come up, whether it's work or maybe somebody's getting married or they're having a kid, that sometimes you might have to do without one of the band members, a guitar player or even a drummer for 2 or 3 months for the sake of keeping him when he gets through whatever he needs to get through. Because when you want to jam with those guys, man, having that chemistry in a band is it's a very special thing, and you can't buy it. It just kind of it comes with it with a good territory, and it breeds the good vibes. But if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. And it's just one of those kind of things that kind of, luckily it seems like you guys have got some great chemistry going on, because when I see the videos, that Determined video, you guys look great in that video. But in that one, that was the former drummer, is that right?
Yeah.
All right. And so you got this new the new video is going to be coming out. Who shot this video for you guys?
Me.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is that what you do as a living? You also do production?
I wish. No, I work for a bank,
Good,
but
man.
I basically,
Good.
honestly, I try to do everything myself.
Great.
So if I can record the music, if I could do the video, I'll figure it out. I'm kind of one of those people, you know.
Yeah. So recording wise, did you record the Seeds of Time?
So actually, the song name is "Sands of Time."
Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
brother.
no,
I'm
no, you're
sorry,
good.
gentlemen.
Figured I just make that correction. But I recorded the song, so I recorded them and edited them, but we sent them off to Ricky of Ice Nine Kills to do the mixing and the mastering.
Well, very cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. Nice to put a finishing touch like that.
Yeah.
No wonder, man. It sounds great. Sounds
Thanks.
great. Way to
Yeah, it
go.
came out
Way to
great.
go.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sounds good,
I
man.
tell you what, let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go to Determined. That was the first single that you guys dropped. And, talking about that, it looks like that one came out, if my notes are correct, like beginning of February of 2021. Man, that's a badass video and great song, man. That's a great one right there.
Yeah.
Who writes the lyrics and who puts together the music for you guys?
So John, our vocalist, he writes the lyrics and the music for that song in particular. I mean, usually it's we all contribute as much as we can. For that song, me and Mario wrote a lot of, we're the guitarists, so we wrote most of the actual music. The drummers came in, did their thing, bass player did his thing. John wrote the
Yeah.
vocals.
Well, very cool. And so moving forward, let me ask you this, Dan. What was the first song that you got to record with the band?
I'm not sure which one came out first, but it was Fear of the Unknown and Survivor. Yeah, that's when I started doing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So almost midway through the catalog so far.
Yeah.
Killer. Well, let me hit the next one right there. After that, it was only like 2 weeks later, the Wallflower came out, and I dug Wallflower, man. I think I know where the vocals are kind of coming from. You kind of want to get some metal love, man. Share some love, love for the fucking band, love for what you do, and don't be so stereo. Don't have tunnel vision. Fucking open your mind and dig something fresh, and enjoy the fact that we got some badass musicians out there that are doing a little bit of their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I on the right track, kind of about getting some love for appreciation for what you do?
Yeah, John actually
love all around.
interjects a lot of different styles, I would say, right, Parker?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He kind of tries to get it yeah. I know Parker has more of a thrash background. I play a lot of hard rock, like Breaking Benjamin and Disturbed, but John kind of tries to steer it in a more mainstream direction, I would say.
That's what makes a good combination with all you guys, because you got everybody brings a lot to the table, and so with that, it ends up creating some great magic, like the jams I've been able to enjoy. So the next one was one of my favorites, man. Shotgun, man. That one goes hard. That one fucking like a shotgun to my head, man. I love those lyrics, dude. He really, John put some great ones right there. So that chorus goes fucking hard as fuck. And it was only 2 weeks after the last one. So did you just happen to record maybe these first 2 or 3 songs and just kind of been dropping them, periodically, so that way there'd be some fresh music coming out instead of all at once, Parker?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we had these for a little bit and just wanted to make sure that we had steady music for people to listen to instead of dropping it all at once.
I get it, man. I kind of like doing the one single at a time thing for right now, because it's studio time is it can take a while. It could take a while if you're going in there and cutting 7 or 8 songs, maybe 10 songs if you're doing an album. I kind of like the EP thing, or just doing a single or two. It doesn't take too much of your time, but at the same time, you're able to kind of put out what you love at the moment and that you're really feeling good about. And so I kind of dig it like that, man. So I like the pattern that you guys have been putting out. And so like the next one after that was another fucking banger, dude. That it's got a really hard driving, feel to it, man, which is Fear of the Unknown. And that's another banger right there. And so looking at that, that was more like July later on, a little bit after. But I really like the way John does those choruses where he kind of brings it back from the hard vocals. He's got a great voice when he's just singing those straight up choruses, and really works good, man. So the way he sings Fear of the Unknown, I really like how the choruses, they kind of stick with you, man, because he just got a great voice, and the way he sings them melodically, man, just has some good hooks. So
yeah, for sure.
Props to John, man. Very big props to John. And looks like Survivor was the next banger coming up right there. And that was your first time on the kid right there, right, Dan?
No, well, Fear and Survivor. I forget which one.
My bad.
First,
okay.
Yeah, both of those were
awesome. And so since you were fresh in the band, were you already trying to record some of your own stuff?
Well, these were actually the first songs I recorded ever.
Oh shit! Yeah. Damn! All right, dude. Great work.
Thank you.
Great work. I would have never guessed. It came out great. Did you kind of do what you did with Sands of Time? Did you send off to get a little assistance to kind of polish it off at the end?
No, those songs I mixed all myself.
Whoa, very fucking cool.
And I think you could hear a progression too. Like Fear, I think Survivor sounds better than Fear, and then. I just think it's progressing. Like if I do the next songs, I think
the production keeps getting better.
Yeah.
The quality, the dynamics of it. Yeah. Absolutely. I know what you mean. It has, especially, hitting the next one, Red Flag, it just keeps getting nicer and nicer, man. Really everything about it, whether it's the solos or the way John just kind of keeps everything interesting. In between, from verses to choruses, and just another fucking banger right there, man. Red Flag was a really good one, right? Really cool video, and just super catchy, super hooky. And I think I saw on your Facebook, was that involved in like maybe some sort of contest, maybe?
Red Flag?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I might have misread something on there, but I know that that video came out really cool. That was a really cool video that you guys did. You shoot that one?
Too. Yeah, I did that one. That was actually the second music video I've ever done.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, big props, Dan. That's great. When you can have Parker, you know how awesome that is already, to have a man like that is already ready to rock when it comes to the production of videos. That's priceless. Super priceless. Yes, I know, right? Yeah. That just only adds to the fucking strength of the band right there. And then probably my favorite, I gotta say, if not tied with Sands of Time, and probably a Shotgun as well, the Gold Standard, dude. I really like the lyrics. It's really hooky. I love how, you can do it, but you got to fucking do, the lyrics are like, do something that someone else isn't doing. Make those write something that's going to be creative and badass that makes their jaw drop to the floor, and I think you captured that on that song, man. It was a fucking hooky song, and you just got great fucking guitar sound and the solos. I'm digging it, man. Gold Standard really fucking is probably, like I said, with Sands of Time, I think the production and everything just keeps on getting going up the fucking ladder, and the stairway of, man, just getting becoming the best, one of the last that you guys can be. So Dan, big props to everybody in the band, man, for putting it all together.
Yeah.
So thinking about Sands of Time, that's coming out this Friday. Is there a way to maybe pre-save that if they go to a particular platform or anything?
Pre-save, I don't think so. And I believe we're releasing it not this Friday, but next Friday, right, Parker? The 28th?
The 21st.
21st. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, this Friday.
All right, good. Okay, I want to get my timing right too.
I'm bad with
That's
the
why I
dates.
wanted.
Yeah.
You know, when John sent me the message saying, "Hey, man, we got this videos coming out," and it's like, "Oh shit, I think that's coming up this week." So yeah, man, I want to definitely seize the moment and let's talk about it because it's a great song, dude. Definitely, it's going to be great. The video's coming out the same day.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Dan. And the video keeps on getting better, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think I saw one of the posts that it just keeps getting, another level.
Yeah.
It's an interesting video.
Yeah. We kind of just went like we just kind of like messed around and tried to have fun. There's not as much of like a story.
All right. Well, cool, man. I'm gonna look forward to seeing that, man. That's badass. So let me talk about. I got to keep up with my notes and make sure I don't want to miss anything up. But you listed some big acts, man. When I read up on your bio on Spotify, man, you guys have done quite a bit of shows within these several years, man. What would you say, Parker? What's been your favorite, show up to date that you've been able to be a part of?
I mean, when we played the Blue Ridge Festival, that was like a highlight of like everything.
Blue Ridge, that's awesome, man. Yes. I've heard of that fest. That's a huge one.
Yeah, that was really good. And we went on right before Anthrax played, and that was they're like a really big influence on me. So it was cool. I get to see him play right after. It was fun.
Unforgettable, dude. Unforgettable.
Yeah.
Down here, I had a moment like that. But back in the day, it was back in 2005. There was a festival that went around called Sounds of the Underground, and it had. I'm looking at the flyer. The year we played, we opened for Through the Eyes of the Dead, Horse, The Chariot, Terra, Black Dahlia Murder, Behemoth, Cannibal Corpse, Trivium, In Flames, and As I Lay Dying. Oh, dude,
yeah.
When you're doing one of those festivals, it's like the time of your life, man. It's just like living the rock life for me, it was that day, you know what I mean? But Blue Ridge Fest, fucking badass one right there, Parker. What would you say, Dan? What's been your favorite?
It has to be Blue Ridge. That was my
yeah.
Parker, was that my first show?
What?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh shit.
What a way to start, right?
Right? Holy shit, man. That's badass.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting. That's great, bro. Oh, super cool. Well, let me ask you this, Parker. Who got you inspired to get on the axe and maybe start your band?
Who inspired like me playing guitar?
Yeah, who got you? Who'd you see that like? Oh man, if I could play like him, I'd love to fucking be able to shred.
I mean, I know like my parents were always listening to a lot of like Metallica and like Guns N' Roses when I was young, and that got my attention. I mean, it wasn't really any particular person that inspired me, just the overall sound of the music. I was like, I have to do that.
Was it a metal, hard rock?
It was like hard rock and then like metal, like a lot of like 80s stuff, because that's what I was hearing a lot when I was young. And then as I got older, I discovered like, my own like favorite genre of metal. And then once I started playing guitar, then I started, I could say, all right, this person is probably like my main source of inspiration, or like who I like look up to. Like, I was a big Metallica guy.
Dude, I dig it. So you're blessed, man, that you had some rocker parents, dude. I didn't have that luxury. I grew up with Barry Manilow and that other pop stuff that was going on at the time.
My mom listened to that too, yeah, but they mix it up a little bit. I heard a little bit of everything.
Okay, all right. I appreciate the honesty, right? That's in the mix too, right? Hey, it's pop music, and our folks are gonna, now, with my son, I kind of like to stay in with the shit, so I like to listen to what he's listening to, but he didn't catch the metal bug. He's into rock and rap and just and a lot of other things, man. And there's so much that he turns me on to whenever we take family trips. When he plugs in, I'm like, oh shit, all right. Next thing you know, I'm putting some stuff on my playlist. So I really know there's so much out there that really influenced me as well. So I really think that's awesome, having the family background to really have that to really, who bought your, did mom and dad buy your first axe?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What kind was it?
It was what was that? I don't really remember. It was like a
Squire.
Behringer or something like that.
No shit. All right. You still
Yeah,
have
I
it?
think so. Oh no. I forgot what happened. It's probably somewhere, maybe in storage or something. Maybe they have it actually. I don't know.
All right. Well, Dan, who got you inspired to get on the kit?
Well, I mean, honestly, like with music influences, I'm kind of the same as Parker, where my parents listen to like Boston, and my dad listened to like Chicago, and
Okay.
I have older siblings, so my brothers would listen to K-Rock. So it was more like Alice in Chains, Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, whatever was on K-Rock that like got me into it. But drums in general, honestly, it's like it was random. Like at our school, everyone had to pick an instrument. You had to do band for like a few years in elementary school, and they were just like basically pick what you're gonna play. And for some reason, I was just like, I want to play that, and it was drum. So,
was it the snare, or was it the tritoms?
Snare. So that's where I started. I kind of was like a prodigy when I was a little kid. So
shit.
It was really easy for me to pick it up, and I think it's more because my father plays drums.
Cool.
Not like professionally or anything, but I think I kind of got it from him. But I just naturally gravitated towards it. And like in our school, they taught you everything. So they taught you how to read music, and I joined marching band. So they taught you how to like, practice and all these rudiments and stuff. So fought on from there. And then I just wanted to play rock music in high school. Yes. That's all I wanted to do,
Did you go into did you go to college and maybe study music as well?
No, I instead of studying music, I studied like just basically the drum set with a teacher around here. He's pretty legit. His name is Joe Bergamini, but he's actually in the latest Neil Peart like instructional video because he works for Hudson Music. So you can see him like interviewing Neil Peart. He was like friends with the guy too.
Awesome. Oh my God. Friends with the professor.
He was also friends with my favorite drummer, metal drummer, at least in Shadows Fall.
Shit.
So he was like, "Oh, like you want me to try getting a lesson for you?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like let's do it. It never happened, but
yeah. Oh, he's badass. Yeah, Shadows Fall guy. Yes, I got to catch him when he was doing the tour with, he's not with Overkill anymore, is he? Or he's back with Shadows Fall.
He's back with Shadows Fall, but he's in another band called Category 7.
That's right. Yeah, they're bad. Those guys are fucking sick. Yeah, that's another good one right there.
He played for Flotsam and Jetsam for a while too.
Flotsam and I seen these guys, Flotsam and Jetsam. They played here in Corpus maybe about, I want to say within about 5 to 6 years ago. Oh, it was the crowd. There was no crowd. That's the hard part about it. There's maybe 30, 40 people tops. And they sounded so good. Sounded so fucking good. So I was lucky I was one of those 30, 40 people, man, because I went out there and supported, man. It was a great show. Much love for Flotsam and Jetsam. Of course, like I said, like I mentioned, I'll be hitting 55 this year. So when Cliff passed away, that was a big deal in my life as a metalhead and being in a metal band and shit. When Cliff died, I was like, who the fuck's gonna take Cliff's place in Metallica? And then here comes Jason Newsted from Flotsam and Jetsam. Like, oh shit, well, let me hear them. Doomsday for the Deceiver. You go down the rabbit hole and like, fuck, these guys are bad. No wonder, it was a good fit. And then, in the big picture, now that we've seen so many Metallica fucking behind the scenes and stuff like that, I feel bad for fucking Jason, man. The way James fucking was always hazing him through all that shit.
Yeah, they admitted to like feeling bad at how they treated him.
Right? Yeah. Damn. No wonder after all that time, he finally said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out. I'm fucking out. Because who would leave Metallica?
He was a super fan of John, too. He was a really big fan of them when they hired him. So it sucks that,
to have your fan like treat you like that.
Oh, basically. Oh, my God. nowadays you'd have to be Metallica to be that band to be treated like that. You know what I mean? Shit. Because otherwise, you're like, man, fuck this shit. You guys are assholes.
What's crazy is I watched that I forget which documentary it was, but they were bringing on Trujillo, and they're like, yeah, so we're gonna give you a signing bonus of like $1 million. And I was like, I wish.
Right? Holy shit. Only Metallica, right, could do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And they finally came to their senses, you know, and it's like, you know what? The next guy that comes in, we're gonna make him a part of the band. And we gotta put the fucking guards down and stop being an ass, stop being James the jerk who gives the other guy the treatment, and just let this guy fucking come and rock. And they couldn't have picked somebody better because Trujillo is a fucking so legit, such a badass, was suicidal, and everything he does is just great, man. So they couldn't have found a better street cred musician, all around great guy than Trujillo. So big props to Metallica. They're still kicking ass. I love Metallica. I always will. Grew up listening to them when Kill 'Em All came out. It was like life changing, man. So it was like fucking amazing. And then the lightning comes out, like, oh shit. By then, that's when you had a lot of everybody kind of showing their colors. And a lot of other bands had come out by then. Overkill, Megadeth, you know, everybody of the first run. Yeah, Testament coming out. So great stuff. Anyway, before I get caught up.
That's what really inspired me, honestly. Metallica.
We could, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't be here in this room doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for them and me falling in love with what they were able to create back then. And maybe somebody would have came up with it, but it would have had a little something different because, you know, they were kind of like the gold standard. You know what I mean? Something hard to pun a phrase, but you know, from Master of Puppets at least, and probably most can say all the way to the Black Album, because they just kept on raising the bar. And who gets a fucking better production for being in the studio but the Black Album, man? For a whole year, it's such a big badass recording. I love to hear that in a badass system. And even for them to move forward and take it with the symphony, all that shit was ready for all that. So anyway, it's so incredible. But let me take it back. Let's get back to our world right here and get it out of the Metallica world. Parker, what was the first concert that you went to?
The first concert I went to, let me see, like I was young. I know, like my parents took me, like, this is random. The Who was playing at Madison Square Garden, and they thought, I guess that'll be cool to see. Yeah, and I don't remember what year that was, but I was like, must have been like 13 or something like that. Like, on that age.
Very fucking cool one right there.
Concert,
Wow, it's amazing, bro. Hey, look, let me see real quick. I'm going to come to you real quick, Dan, but it looks like maybe we got John tuning in right here. One of the last, he says, hey, Tony, it's John. Yes, I got it right. Thank you so much for the love, man. Would have loved to jump on, but he's fighting 108-degree fever. Shit. Thank you, John, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Thanks for sending a message on there. Really a big fan of your vocals, your style, your heaviness. Were you able to create those great hooks with your choruses? Keep up all the great, amazing work, man. You guys have got a great band going on. Thank you so much for coming in, John. Now, coming back to Dan, what was your first concert?
So actually, my first concert, I was a little late, but around 18, I saw an offshoot of the Mayhem Fest. I believe it was Mayhem Fest anyway. So it was Disturbed, Killswitch Engage, Lacuna Coil, and I think Chimera.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, either
one
Chimera
of my favorite bands right there.
Chimera. Yeah, because Disturbed is like one of my favorite bands.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much anymore. I don't really listen to them that much anymore, but yeah. And then Killswitch obviously is our big influence for metal. So it was nice seeing them first, you know.
What Killswitch album would you say was that on? Maybe the one with a self-titled, maybe? With Mike Curse?
Yeah, I don't think it was self-titled because Howard was still in the band. Because didn't they release that album and then he left?
I think so.
No, actually, you know, you might be right. He might have left after that. But that actually was my first Killswitch album I ever listened to, was their self-titled one. And I was like, damn, I love this shit. And then I just went back to the beginning. And I love that shit too. Jesse's my favorite. My fiance always argues with me, but I love his melodies the best. Howard's amazing. Don't get me wrong, I like Howard's new band. It's kills, but
They're good.
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
love
yeah.
Jesse.
You know, it's tough when we have our favorite vocalist leave to go to another band, and it's a different kind of magic.
Mm.
It's just a different kind of magic, and Howard with Killswitch is whoa fucking badass, and you have Light the Torch, which is fucking bad as fuck.
Yeah,
But when he's with Adam and these guys over here, Mark is like, whoa, it's incredible. Just like Jesse. And when Jesse does like God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Grace of Time, Times of Grace with him and Adam, it's great as fuck. Very different, but when he came back, man, it really I love Jesse's voice because he's got some great dynamics to it.
Mhm.
But I really, me as a singer and me as a music fan, I love the presence of Howard Jones on stage.
Yeah, he's very like when he sings, it's like just
Woo!
very yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's hype. He is fucking hype.
Well, he does a lot of like vibrato, so that gets it like
down.
powerful, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
and I ain't taking shit away. Jesse gets me hype as fuck, but it's just something about Howard. Maybe it's his whole presence. What he brings is a hell of a package. So, and I really like the songs they've done together. Whoa,
yeah. Dude,
great.
Signal Fire when he came out in that one verse,
That was a bang.
I got
Yeah,
like
that was a
chills.
bang.
I was like, damn.
Right.
Yeah,
I
was
really
hyped
wish
to
they
that.
both were in it, honestly. Like 3 Days Grace
Yeah.
now with the two singers, like bring Howard back. Like,
Yes,
let's do dual vocalists. Like that would be amazing.
that would be fucking
He's more in
amazing,
the
dude.
song, yeah.
Hella,
That's so good.
bands like Under Oath have done it, since their whole career. Fucking, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. That would be a great tour. That'd be a great fucking tour.
You heard Howard and Adam are doing an album together, right?
No,
Yeah.
They got a name for that project?
I don't know. I don't remember the name.
Wow, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Speaking of it, I was listening to the Josta Show podcast, and he was interviewing Jesse Leach, and they were talking about doing tours, and they were talking about how, with Adam's back, his condition, if they're not riding in a fucking badass fucking tour bus, they can't hit the road. Because in his condition, he's not able to do that kind of shit. But recording and all that good stuff, they'll be doing that all day. Mm-hmm. Festivals, no problem. But going on a fucking tour in anything less than a fucking badass, super comfortable fucking ride isn't going to happen for them. So they got to make sure that they're on a great package. So that way, all the expenses of something nice like that will be taken care of. So, of course, John, you get them two together, two greats, Howard and Adam. It'd probably be like what we had from Corpse Grinder and Adam when he did, what was it? Serpentine
Dominion.
Oh man, Serpentine Dominion, I think it is. Oh man, heavy duty. So we never got a tour out of that, but we definitely love the music that came out of that. That was some great shit. So hopefully, I can't wait to hear some stuff from Howard and Adam, getting some more magic together.
It'll probably be heavy.
Yeah,
I assume.
Yeah.
Hearing those two right there, man. Howard's just amazing, and Adam. What I love about Adam too is, have you guys seen it? Well, obviously you've seen him before, Dan. But Parker, you caught Killswitch already?
Live? No, I haven't seen him live. I wish.
Adam, the way he cuts up live, going into the crowd, and he's fucking wearing a cape, wearing fucking short shorts.
I kind of feel like he's a different person because I've met him. I've met him twice, and he's like not shy, but he's like very kind, and like live he's just like, we're gonna fuck your girlfriends, or like he's insane. He's like,
when he gets on stage,
it's so fun though. He's just like running around like a nut job.
Yeah.
Perfectly said, dude. Yes, but that's part of the personality, and if you've seen him live, that's why we love to go and check him out, because you got that love. Or you're only going to see that kind of action from Killswitch if you go to a show live. You're not going to catch it anywhere else. And they've got the video Set the World Ablaze. That was a hell of a DVD too. Much props to those guys.
Well, do you remember there was like interviews back in the day where they're like lip syncing or like kind of mouthing what their songs sound like on guitar? like like
Yeah,
They
yeah.
did that
nuts.
for what? For what's that one? What's that song? Daylight Dies, right? Yeah. That's yeah. That's funny.
Those guys got a great thing going on, man. I love those guys. Let me see. John had a chance to Dan, tell him about how you scarred the hell out of Adam 13.
Yeah, so at Blue Ridge, we were, because you had the opportunity to like go backstage and like watch the bands play. I don't know what we did for Kill Switch, but we were like on the road behind the stage that they just played, and he came off. Obviously he's nuts live. So I go up to behind him. I'm like, Adam D, fucking metal, and I start screaming, and he just looked like scared, like what the hell is going on? I'm like, and he just looked over. He's like, oh hey. And just kept walking. He was like, "Get me out of here!" It was so funny.
You gotta. Hey, that's our reaction when we see Adam. Adam, what's up?
Yeah, it was actually surprising because you think like he gets off stage after like chugging people's beers, and then I just scream at him, and he looked like so surprised. It was like he was not expecting that,
Oh man, funny stuff, man. Love that shit. I tell you what. Let me ask you. I love movies, man. Parker, are you into horror movies or comedy or action? You got a favorite movie you can share with us?
Favorite horror movie?
Sure.
Let me see. I don't really have like
sci-fi. I love aliens. I love some fucking Star Wars, Predator.
Yeah, I'm a big like into a lot of like nerdy stuff like Star Wars and stuff. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, okay. You keep up with like all the series that come out on Disney, like Andor and.
It's a lot.
Too many.
Some of them are good.
It's a
some
lot.
of them
I know, right?
Are not too good. You have to. I'm picky with what I watch. I don't want to watch like a crappy TV show, but if I have the time, I'll pick it up. Usually.
Mandalorian was badass though.
Mandalorian was
a good one. Got to give props to the Mandalorian. Yes, that's some good stuff. Okay, cool. All right. Dan, how about you? Do you got a particular genre of movies you dig, or sci-fi or horror?
Well, back in the day, it used to be Drumline, but honestly, as of recently, I'm like addicted to the
Drumline.
The Batman
hilarious.
Like Dark Knight Rises. I've seen Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Like I can't tell you how many times. Like, and I have to watch all three. So I start with Batman Begins, and I'm like, all right, let's watch them.
Watch the whole trilogy. Yeah.
Man, I can just watch. I love all three of them. I love the first one. Each one's got a great something about it that I really love. But I can watch whenever it comes to like any three of them come up. I don't watch all three. It always just goes to Dark Knight. Dark Knight.
It's the best. Like
it's so cool. So cool, man. And I love Bane. I thought fucking what's his name did a great job doing Bane.
Yeah, and that movie took me a few times to really appreciate it, but
the
first time it came out, I was like, that like the first two were way better, and then now I fuck with that movie so hard now.
Yes, fuck yeah, good stuff. What did you have a chance to catch the Penguin?
I watched it.
That show was awesome. Like really
good, right?
Really
yeah, much better than the new Batman, I have to say.
Yeah,
I liked it, but
I dug the whole storyline behind it on how Penguin was just poking everybody's eyes out, man, playing everybody against each other and making his own moves by making shit like that happen. And,
I like the dynamic between him and the kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
big time.
They tried to kill him twice.
Let me ask you this one. I'm still thinking about superheroes real quick. Have you seen Brave New World, Parker?
The Captain America movie? You know what? I wasn't going to watch it, but someone for some reason uploaded the whole entire movie to YouTube, so I just checked it out. This is not bad, but it's not anything like crazy. It's just like another superhero movie.
It's a shame because I like that actor a lot. The guy who
Anthony Mackie, yeah.
Cool. He's a cool dude. Yeah, it was cool seeing Harrison Ford as Red Hulk, but other than that, it was just kind of another generic Marvel movie.
Yeah,
they're trying though.
I dig it, Parker. How you print it, Harrison Ford. That's our Han Solo right there.
Yeah,
forever Han Solo, man. And of course, I got to give him Indiana Jones. That's another badass character. But yeah, it was really cool having him join the Marvel universe, and to be the Red Hulk is fucking pretty bad as fuck. You know,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
badass
cool how
fucking
they
character. You know, you ain't gonna be taking any
spice in
shit if you're a
general.
Hulk. You're one of the elites, so that's pretty fucking badass. And you know what? As far as did you see it too, Dan? Did you get a chance to catch it?
No, I saw some reviews and I'm like, I fell off after Infinity War. I'm like, I don't know.
Once I
Okay.
saw the whole movie on YouTube, I was just like, "Oh crap!" That's the only way I
Might as
probably
well.
watched.
Yeah. As far as
Or
my
once
opinion on the five-star scale, I have to get a 3.5. But I love Anthony Mackie. I love where they're going with it. I'm really looking forward to seeing where the Fantastic Four goes and how they bring in Doctor Doom and get to a Doomsday and then eventually Secret Wars. You know, I'm excited about those because I thought Infinity War was like kind of like the Marvel's Empire Strikes Back, where it ends on that everywhere someone dies, you know, more than one people die, obviously in Infinity War, but it ends on a real low note and makes you really wait for that next one. The anticipation is just really brings it up there.
Yeah.
I tell you what, tell me about your next gig. You got anything booked already?
We're working on it. We're working on getting some shows lined up pretty soon.
All right. Over there, what's your favorite place to gig at?
Any place that'll have us that is, you know, good, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to not play the same place.
Yeah, we try not to.
I know what you ate. It's the way it is over here as well. You know what I mean? There's always some, you know, we're a small market over here in Corpus, but we have you know, at least 3 good venues that always fucking have an open door policy for local bands, whether you're doing punk, metal, hardcore, whatever. We got some good guys that support the local scene like that. But you know, aside from that, you know, it's hard to get into some of the bigger venues with metal unless you know somebody. You know somebody. It's like, hey, okay, sure, come on. You know, around here, I don't know if you've heard of a band called Shattered Sun. They're a badass metalcore band. They're our homeboys from Alice, which maybe about 45 minutes out of Corpus. But their singer Marcus Leal also at one time sang for El Nino for a few years. And so he's got another band called Swim the Current. So Marcus is like, man, our hometown hero. We love Marcus, and he sounds so fucking good as a singer. So, you know, his band Shattered Sun, they're coming back, but they get some great gigs over here as well. But I just really want to give some shout outs to, you know, all our venues here in Corpus for the love, like Boozers, the House of Rock, Black Monk Tavern. Those 3 guys, especially Rich's Billiards as well. Some great venues. So I know how it is. Sometimes you just kind of stick to a smaller market or in my opinion too, I got a cover band that I sing for. We're called Fistful of Metal, and we do 3-hour shows. You know, we're the house band, and we do all the big 4. We do Biohazard. We do fucking Hatebreed. We do Machine Head, Lamb of God. We go hard for 3 hours, man. So, woo. So there's only about those 3 bars that'll let us play. So when it comes to that, but it pays good. It's a good nightly gig. But for 3 hours of that shit, it should, man, because we're fucking busting balls, man. That's like 30 songs, 30 songs in a night.
That's insane.
It is, bro. It really is. But you know, I've been singing for over 30 years, and I just kind of set the bar up higher and higher. And anyway, Fistful of Metal, like I said, we've been able to get into playing some baby showers, some off the wall kind of things, because we've been doing really good and playing big gigs that people are willing to get us to play their private stuff. So that's good.
Metal baby shower.
Yeah, even a baby shower, dude. What the fuck? And it was the baby's first metal concert. And so we played Pantera, Megadeth, Anthrax, Metallica, Static X, Biohazard, Hatebreed. And basically the guy said, hey, I love y'all stuff. Send me a copy of what you think you can play for an hour's worth, and I'll check it out. And he checked it out. He goes, hey, you got it. Stick with all that. So it was cool because it was all fucking heavy metal out, dude. Everything, the baby shower is all heavy metal. I was like, this is the best. If only I would have loved to have that for my kids when I had, you know, Jasmine 29 years ago, or my son Stone. 25 years ago. So if you guys, when you're ready to have your first, look into those heavy metal decorations and stuff for baby shower, because maybe you get the band to play, right?
Yes.
Hey,
it's funny. I could totally see my one friend doing a metal baby shower, because he's like into Slayer and like dirt bikes and like, you know, not nothing fancy except for like motorcycles and dirt bikes. So I could totally see his kid like first birthday party, like rocking Slayer and like.
Yes, fuck yeah, it could happen. It just takes one person to say, hey, you know what, honey, that's what I want to do. And thank goodness they called us. I'm glad to be that band to be able to do that kind of shit. So let's get to this next segment that I want to call Draw the Line. So before we wrap things up for the night, it's been fun talking to you guys and going over the music, and I can't wait to hear some more. And of course, coming Friday, the big drop of Sands of Time is coming up. So looking forward to the video and the song getting ready to hit. It's a John tapped in real quick. So he says, Dan and I played an engagement party in our last band. See?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, I remember that. My best friend. So like we could rent a PA at Alto's Music in New York, and we drove up there, upstate New York, put a platform down, you know, and just played metal.
Hell yes, dude. Badass. That's the thing, man. When you love doing what we do, we just need a stage and somewhere to play. You know, we just need a place to do it. You know, it's not really. For me, it's not about the money. It's about more of just expressing myself. And because right now at my age, I just love to fucking sing, dude. I really love to sing. I sing for a Pantera tribute band. We're called Vulgar Display of Power. I sing for an AC/DC tribute band. We're called Mighty Unclean. I sing for Annihilator, who was an 80s thrash band that started shit out here in Corpus that has resurged. And we just got an album we put out last October called Death is Calling. And I got my local band, War Cult. And then I got the cover band, Fistful of Metal. So that's like maybe 5 or 6 bands that I'm juggling, you know, on a daily basis, you know, when we're going to rehearse. Then I got the podcast on top too, man. So I just love fucking metal, dude. It's like a fucking drug. And it doesn't get any better. So now with this last segment, wrapping things up, I'm going to hit you up with 2 of my favorite bands. Well, really, these are all a lot of my favorite bands right here. And I think they're going to be your favorites too. But I'm going to put them against you guys. You tell me who you would have to go see if they were playing in your town, or if you had the opportunity to be a part of a tour with them. So getting started, I'm going to give the first pair of bands to you, Parker. Who would you rather see, Trivium or Machine Head?
Trivium.
Bam. All right. Dan, same question. Trivium.
Yeah.
Trivium. Okay. Yeah. I know I saw some Trivium love on the bio, but just want to see where you're coming from, because Machine Head is definitely a force to be reckoned with right there.
Man.
Right? Yes. Okay, so the next pair, Lamb of God versus Megadeth, Parker.
To see live?
Yeah.
Lamb of God. They were a badass package. I got to see that tour maybe a couple of years ago. Badass one. What do you think, Dan?
Well, mine's a definite Lamb of God.
Definitely Lamb of God. Johnson, he's going to go Lamb of God too. All right. Hell yeah.
I'm not a huge Megadeth fan.
I love Megadeth. I love thrash metal, but I don't know. Lamb of God seems like it'd just be like a killer show, you know?
Yeah.
Powerful. Randy, you know, when you got guys like James and Mustaine who have got to play guitar at the same time as doing vocals, it kind of limits the energy you're going to have on the stage versus a singer that just can run around like Randy does and jump and all that shit. It's a hell of a live show. Fuck yeah. So Lamb of God all day. Hell yes. Next pair. This time we're going with you first, Dan. All That Remains versus Bullet for My Valentine.
Shit. Bullet
it is. Have you seen Bullet play? Have you caught him live?
I've seen both, and they're both like one of my favorite bands, but I definitely like Bullet a little bit more.
Bullet's tight. Yeah. Same question, Parker. Bullet for My Valentine or All That Remains?
Bullet
Bullet. Hey, all right. How about, you've got them? You seen them up there?
No, I haven't seen them. No.
Not yet. I caught them over in Houston. They had it was in San Antonio, man. They were great. They were so fucking good, man. God damn.
Awesome.
Now there's another guy that kind of holds himself almost like a Headfield. What's their singer's name?
Matt Tuck.
Yes, dude, Matt. He's a beast. What a beast. Yes. Much props to Matt. Okay. Next one. Oh, okay. Metallica versus Iron Maiden, Parker.
Metallica.
Oh, okay. All right. Dan, what do you think? Metallica versus Maiden.
He says Metallica, and he's got an Iron Maiden.
I know, right?
2 times, right in the back. He's wearing the hoodie. Hell yeah.
You know what? I'm going to change it up, even though I like Metallica a lot better. I would say Iron Maiden because I've never seen them before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Nah.
Man.
They're really good. They're really good live. Really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard like you have to see them, but I'm not really a huge fan. Like I'm way more of a Metallica fan. Like I love mostly everything they've done, even their newer stuff. But Iron Maiden, I've heard it's like you got to go, even if you don't like them. So
it's an experience.
I agree. Whoever's told you that is right. You got to see them. It's like Metal Church because everybody, or at least 9 out of 10 people, know all the words to their songs. So whether it's Children of the Damned, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Wasted Years, all those jams. So it's like Rush. When I went to go see Rush, it was like, whoa, it was Roll with the Bones tour. And I'm not the huge Rush fan that I am now. Back then, it was that concert that made me into a huge Rush fan because it was a fucking moment. It was, you were there, man. Everybody knew the lyrics. I'm like, holy shit, this is badass. So I did my research and I just really dug into it after that. But, us being Metallica fans and stuff, we go to the show, we know all the words already. We've been singing that shit all fucking day. So I got one more for you, gentlemen. One more. Yeah. I think, okay, here it goes. This one's going to go to you, Dan. Kill Switch versus Parkway Drive.
Shit, I think I'm gonna do the reverse again. I've seen Kill Switch so many times, and John and I saw Parkway Drive, and I was really surprised because I didn't know they were that big.
So you caught them in the arena lately?
Well, no, we saw them at Starland Ballroom by us, which is like the venue that every band plays at. Like as long as they're not an arena band. And I've never had to do this for any show there. We had to park like blocks away and walk.
Fuck.
And it was nuts. So, like the whole venue was going crazy. I'm like, I didn't even realize this band was this big. It was like back there. It was like, holy shit, they were awesome. So I have to say Parkway Drive just because Kill Switch I've seen like 9 times, and I'm just like, no, I can't,
I like that story. Yes. What do you think, Parker?
I'm a big Kill Switch fan. I've never seen them live, so I'll say Kill Switch.
Oh, okay. You're still waiting for that first time to catch him live, man. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good one. And the tough part about it too is, since I've seen him, it's probably been it's been a long time since I caught him, and now they've got such a big catalog. It's hard to get. It's like, when I think of that, the first band that comes to me is Tool. I'm a big Tool fan. I love Tool and I love Slayer. Those are my 2 favorite bands. But now when I go see Tool, they're only playing like 8 songs. So I'm like, it's shit. And maybe my favorites are going to be 1 or 2 of them because I really like the older stuff. But, oh, man, it's such a ball breaker, man. What I love about Parkway Drive is when they changed things up when they came out with the Crest album. Yeah. When what's the name of that one?
Heavy.
What was it?
The songs?
No, the album that came out on that.
What is it? Shoot.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
like Ire or something.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Because I'd already had their other stuff, man. And definitely hardcore. Definitely great stuff. And then it seemed like they took the Avenged Sevenfold formula. Yeah. Where they kind of cleaned things up and simplified things a little bit. and kind of proved in a certain way, you don't have to be the fastest band to be just as badass, or the slowest band to be this or that. I really love what they did. Vice Grip, Crushed. Fuck, man, that's on my playlist all the time, man. I love that shit.
Well, I think the good thing is he doesn't sing. So it's like they can't get too poppy because he's got to scream over it. So that's why I like it's like they're still getting like mainstream but keeping it metal. That's why I like them a lot, you know.
That's a good point. And luckily, you know, there's a good heavy sound that's already been adapted to the radio. You know, you got a lot of good heavy bands like Slipknot, for instance. You know, really brings a lot of ferocity. Five Finger Death Punch is another one that's a mainstay on popular rock radio. And you know, Moody sounds pretty hard for the most part. But as far as jams, man, they're fucking cranking out some great fucking songs, man.
Yeah.
And they just got great formulas, man. I hear a little bit of a little Five Finger magic in you guys too, where it's super catchy. Everything's got some hooks to it. Great fucking metal sound, drummer, guitar player, leads, where it's a great package. So you guys have got a great thing going on, man. I'm really glad that John hooked me up. John, let me see. He tied in as well. And real quick, Eddie Salinas, ¿qué pasó? Eddie's got a great band, guitar player for Zombie King. You guys check out this band, Zombie King. Look them up on Spotify, man. You'll definitely be a fan. Check these guys out. But I want to get to John right here. He was saying, let me get him caught up real quick. John definitely tuned in, and he wanted to pick Metallica. Definitely Metallica was going over Maiden. And then after that, he was chiming in saying, see Maiden front row with Ghost opening a few years ago. Amazing show, but Metallica is another level. Well said. All right. And he also said there was Parkway and Memphis Mayfire a couple of years back in 2000 and in a 2,000 person venue. Incredible. Oh, fuck.
Absolutely.
Was that the ballroom?
Yeah, packed.
Oh, balls through the wall. Fuck yes, dude. Yes. Thanks for tuning in, Eddie. And real quick, also, funny enough, we're going to try and get Peter Ruccio to mix and master our next two songs. He was a mixing engineer on Hire. Genius, guys. Fucking great idea. Great idea. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks so much for joining me tonight on the show. Pleasure meeting you, Parker Ellis and Dan Tao. Thank you so much for joining me. One of the last. Thank you so much for being on. Guys that are watching today, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe to One of the Last on their YouTube channel. Give them a subscribe on there and go to their Facebook and give them a follow, give them a like. Go to their Instagram. Keep up with them because this Friday they're dropping Sands of Time, the new video and the new songs coming out. I've heard it, kicks ass. You're gonna want to hear it. Add that to your favorites. Download that and pre-save it if you can as soon as it comes out on Friday. All right, and add it to your playlist. One of the last. One of the last. Fuck yeah. Really dig you guys, man. I'm going to keep listening. Let me know when you guys are ready to drop another single. We come up here and talk about it again. And best of success to you guys. And hope to hear some more from you. But I'll definitely be tuning in Friday to hear Sands of Time. And I'll be sharing it on my socials, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So, guys, thanks again for joining us. And John, thanks for joining us in the chat room. Eddie, thanks for joining us. And all you guys that have been watching tonight, I appreciate you watching the Tony Gomez Show. Make sure you go check out One of the Last. Guys, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see you at the next show.
See ya.
Later.